Alright everyone, so the first chapter of the Sasuke Retsuden manga has officially been released, and I am here to give you guys my thoughts on the chapter itself. What did I think of it? Was it good? Was it bad? I'm gonna let you know all of that in this video, but before we do, as always, I do have to ask you that if you want to show your support for the channel, you know what to do. Hit that like button, share this video out there, subscribe to the channel if you're new, ring the bell for notifications, and comment down below with your thoughts, and consider becoming a channel member by clicking on the blue join button next to the subscribe button. It's a great way to help out the channel. With all that stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about this chapter. Now, if you're wondering what Sasuke Retsuden is or what this manga is, it is an adaptation of the Sasuke Retsuden novel, which was released a while ago, and essentially it details Sasuke going out and trying to find a cure for Naruto's illness. Now, if you don't know what this illness actually is, it's essentially the same illness that Hagoromo Otsutsuki had when he was still alive. And the reason why Naruto has it is because this is what happens when you have chakra from all nine-tailed beasts inside you. If you remember, Naruto, of course, he is the Jinchuriki for the nine-tails Kurama, but during the 4th Great Shinobi War, he was given chakra from the other tailed beast. So he now has the chakra from all nine, and because of that, he has this chakra illness that's attacking his body. And like I said, same thing happened to the Sage of Six Paths, because he was also at one point the Jinchuriki for all nine-tailed beasts. And that is essentially what Sasuke's mission is in this novel. He is out there trying to find a cure for Naruto, and his search leads him to the Land of Redaku, which is stated to us to be the land where the Sage of Six Paths was able to find a cure. So Sasuke's there right now, and he's asking people around to see if there's anyone who remembers when the Sage of Six Paths was here. He's talking to the oldest person in the village, but she's telling him that she doesn't really remember, and you know, she's old, so she doesn't really have, she doesn't really have all her memory. And she's talking to someone who's next to her. I don't know whether that's her son or her grandson, I don't know, but he also reveals to us that the Land of Redaku is isolated from the other 5 great nations, so they don't really get a lot of people coming to their village. But when he's talking to them, or when he's done talking to them, he leaves. But there was a woman there who overheard him, and now she's following him, and Sasuke manages to trick her into, into an alleyway, and now he's asking her, like, why are you following me, and even threatens to attack her by pulling out his sword. And she tells him, no, I want to talk to you because I heard you mention the Sage of Six Paths. And Sasuke's a little surprised to find out that a woman so young actually knows about the Sage of Six Paths, and she reveals that no, she only knows him, or she's heard about him because she's heard her mom talk about him, because her mom runs an antique shop. So as she's leading him there, they see a group of bandits run by them, and then she sees her mom running after them and says that those guys stole things from her shop. And this is where we see a pretty cool scene where the young girl who's named Lila was about to run after them, but Sasuke says, don't worry, let me handle this. And we see him use his Rinnegan to switch places with one of the objects that they stole, and he essentially takes them all out. And he takes out one of them by using his Sharingan Genjutsu, which I thought was really cool. It was awesome to see Sasuke using Sharingan Genjutsu, because we don't really get to see him use it all that often. So that's something that I really did like about this chapter. And after he gets back the objects that they stole from her, and they get back to her shop, and that's where she pulls out a book, a history book specifically, and she says that there's something in here she remembers about the Sage of the Six Paths, but it's gone, it's not there. And she specifically mentions that there was something there about the, as it's called, the Tatar Observatory. And Sasuke remembers the prison guards who, when they were rounding up the thieves, they said that that's where they were taking them. And he asks her, okay, well, how do I get there? And then we cut to the prison, and there we see the same thieves run into Sasuke, and he's there as a prisoner. So I guess his plan was to infiltrate the prison, and essentially while he's there, gather information on, or any possible information on, what the Sage of Six Paths did while he was there, in order to, see if he can find a cure for Naruto's illness. And while he's there, the prisoners try to attack him, and he just takes them all out. It's really cool. It's always awesome to see Sasuke just being a badass. And while this fight happens, the guards try to restrain him, but that's when the prison warden, who's name, I'm sorry, I'm kind of I think it was Kazul if I remember correctly. Sorry, it's it's been I don't really remember his name, but he essentially vouches for him and says that no, Sasuke was just acting in self-defense and is able to call off the guards. And then we see him talking to Sasuke saying like, don't think that this just means you can go ahead and do whatever you want. And essentially we get this little moment of tension between the two, and he just walks away. And then one of the thieves talks to Sasuke and says that, hey, you know, you and me, if we work together, we can get out of here. And Sasuke says, no, I can't go because I've got something I need to do here. And then he says, all right, then, well, I guess I'll just go myself. And then we cut to the next day and we're outside and we get to see the thief, and he was murdered by a dinosaur named Menno, if I remember correctly. And when we see it, it's done in this beautiful, and I mean beautiful, double page spread. And I remember when I saw this, I absolutely love it, because this is something that I've been really missing from the Boruto manga, and something I think the Boruto manga desperately needs, and something that I really do hope we get to see in that manga. I don't know whether it's because Ikimoto just doesn't want to draw double page spreads, but honestly, I don't know. I don't know why, but I really do wish we get to see them in the Boruto manga. But hey, it is what it is. If it doesn't happen, it's whatever. It's just something that I feel like just might really help the manga just land more with people, especially during those big impact moments. And yeah, so the prisoner dies, and then that's when Sasuke realized that, okay, there's probably more going on here than what I thought there was actually happening. So that's where the chapter ends, and the next chapter is going to be released on November 5th. So when the chapter gets released, of course, I will do a review for chapter 2 of Sasuke Retsuden. And guys, I have to say, I really enjoyed this chapter, and I feel like I'm really going to enjoy reading this manga. The one thing that I absolutely did love is the fact that the art style looks so much like Kishimoto's. And I gotta be honest, like I really did miss that. I didn't know how much I missed Kishimoto's, you know, art and manga format. Then when I read this chapter, it's so nice to see. I got so many nostalgic feelings, and I cannot wait until the next chapter gets released so I can see more of that. And this artist, I'm forgetting their name, and I'll put the I'll put his name in the video when I'm editing this. So the artist did a phenomenal job trying to recreate Kishimoto's style. Now, I don't think he got it perfect. There were some places here and there where the shape of the head was drawn a little bit off. Like you can see it if you look closely, but it's not enough to where it just puts you off, it bothers you. But it is noticeable, like if you look for it, like it is there if you look for it. But overall, the art was just absolutely fantastic, just absolutely phenomenal. And again, kudos to the artists, and like I said, I'll have their name on screen. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video, guys, please consider leaving a like, sharing this video out there, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, ring the bell for notifications, and subscribe if you're new, and consider, like I said, becoming a member by clicking on the blue join button. It is a great way to help support the channel. With all that said and done, I hope I'll see you guys for my review of Sasuke Retsuden Chapter 2. Bye for now.